The old-look Jets against the perennial Super Bowl contending Niners look. And when Jerry Rice is on your team, Bill Parcells knows that look. Bill Parcells has won a couple of games as coach of a other New York team at Candlestick Park. Steve Young to Jerry Rice. Welcome back together, guys. 16 yards, 178 games. Jerry has at least one catch. This game had so much action, we're going to have to move ahead to the third quarter, tied at 17-all. Glenn Foley. Oh, he looks so confident. To Keyshawn Johnson, 22 yards, 24-17. Jets. Keyshawn, not his first trip in the end zone on the day. 4th and 1 at the 14 for the Niners. Young to Jerry Rice. Makes a fake on Ray Slim Mickens, and he's in the end zone. But they missed the extra point. Makes it a 24-23 lead. Trail for Steve Mariucci and company. Jets field goal makes it 27-23. Hitting those beautiful old unis. Steve Young to J.J. Stokes. He out-jumps Kevin Williams. He outgains him by 4 inches. As they stand toe-to-toe, it's 30-27 the Niners. 33 seconds left. 4th and 10. Own 46. Jets down 30-27. Foley to Dedrick Ward. 22 yards. A place down. That sets up John Hall. He oats one. 31 yards. It's good. We're tied at 30. Overtime at 3.com Park. Overtime after a Jets punt on their own 4-yard line. Now, wait a minute. Garrison first. All right, look at the Hurst. Makes the cut at the midfield stripe. Shakes a tackler. Stiff-armed earlier. Could go all the way. Can you imagine? You pin them on their own 4. 96 yards for a touchdown. Garrison Hurst. And the Niners beat the Jets in a wild game. 36-30, despite 415 yards passing for Glenn Foley, the first 400-yard game for a Jet quarterback since '86. Kenny O'Brien, Young, a horrible day. 363 yards throwing. 26 of 46. Rice, 6 for 86.
Yeah, and I thought the most surprising thing was the efficiency of the offensive line for the San Francisco 49ers, kind of a makeshift offensive line. Today they did a good job of protecting Steve Young. They did a good job of creating some running lanes.
In New York, Bill and Ted shared some excellent adventures, including the tale of a young upstart named Jermaine Lewis.
Lewis at the 30-yard line, running left, doubles back to the right, across the 40, to the outside 50, inside the 40, down the sidelines 30, to the 20, 10, touchdown, Ravens. Jermaine Lewis, once again, burns the Jets.
Eric Zier replaced a banged-up Jim Harbaugh and immediately directed an 11-play, 99-yard drive, capped by a 20-yard touchdown pass to tight end Eric Green. With the game tied at 7, the Jets gambled on 4th and goal, but Ravens middle linebacker Ray Lewis, number 52, shot the gap and stopped Curtis Martin for no gain. The Jets' inability to run was overshadowed by their problems in the air.
Foley throws it on the run, and it's intercepted on the left corner by Rod Woodson.
Week 1 dynamo Glenn Foley was transformed into Raven fodder, suffering 3 costly interceptions.
Back to passes Foley, looking right, throwing, and intercepted. And this one is going to go for a touchdown to Rod Woodson, who will walk it in.
Rod Woodson's 60-yard return gave Parcells an early season headache and the undeniable pain of an 0-2 start.
Ravens, Jets, 7-7, second quarter. Oh, look at those old green unis. Curtis Martin for 5 yards and it's first down. And this is why they got 1 yard. This is why Bill Parcells got Curtis Martin. Well, 1 yard. On 3rd and goal, this is...
And one of his best blockers is Maui, the center, and I think that's why you see this team going up the middle of the football field, even though, as we can see here, they had very little success.
4th and goal, and Bill Parcells is going to go for it. And this is why they got Curtis Lewis and Michael McCreary make it a 14-play drive, no point. Jim Harbaugh lasted only a quarter and a half and would give way to Eric, no time to wallow in the Zaire, to Michael Jackson, 39 yards over Otis Smith. Later in the drive, as Harbaugh watches Zaire, goes to his big tight end Eric Green, 20 yards, 14-7 the Ravens. And Bill can do this to Otis, my man Smith. He looked at that seat McMillan had on the bench. Third quarter, 17-7 the Ravens, 3rd and 1, and Martin stopped again. Have to settle for a field goal. It's now a 17-10 game. Same score, 4th quarter. Glenn Foley back to pass. Rod Woodson, the veteran, can still do it. He could go all the way. His 2nd pick of the afternoon, 60-yard touchdown, 3 picks thrown by Glenn Foley. No 400-yard game this time. And the Ravens beat the Jets 24-10. Jermaine Lewis had a 69-yard punt return to the game as well. And the Jets offense puzzling.
Well, you see the carries there for Martin, 23 carries, 58 yards, but the 58 yards don't take the pressure off Glenn Foley. You have to remember he doesn't have great experience on the field. The more times you make him throw it, the more mistakes he's going to make.
And Martin was the only one that carried the ball on the ground. It didn't work too well.
The Colts' Jim Mora is seeking answers that may lie beyond the farthest horizons. Last Sunday, Mora also sought in vain for a way to stop the Jets' Leon Johnson.
Testaverde back, sets up the screen to Leon Johnson. Across the 25-30. Johnson in the clear, 40. Johnson to the 50. Out of a tackle down the sideline. Looking at the Colts in his rearview mirror. Touchdown Jets. Leon Johnson.
Johnson scored 3 touchdowns in the game.
Johnson inside the 10. 5. Touchdown.
Johnson and Curtis Martin, number 28, keyed a ground attack that rang up 302 rushing yards against the struggling Colts. Denny Testaverde threw 4 scoring passes as the Jets produced a Johnson touchdown jamboree.
Now in trouble, scrambling, throwing it, got it, Keyshawn Johnson, touchdown! Touchdown to Keyshawn Johnson, 4 TD passes by Testaverde.
While Jim Mora is still looking for answers, Bill Parcells just looks ornery, and that look might just scare the Jets into a winning streak.
Hey, those are some old-time helmets. Ah, yes, 30 seasons ago, Super Bowl III. Wow, I haven't been so super for either the Colts or the Jets thus far this year, while Peyton Manning's watched Ryan Leaf start 2-0. He is 0-2, throwing 6 picks, but he figured, hey, this Colts team has beaten the Jets in the Meadowlands 9 of the last 11. Certainly, I can continue that somewhere in the swamps of Jersey. Well, let's see, could he? The Jets get the AFC East 2-18 since 95. Vinny Testaverde hasn't had a crack at that number yet. The screen pass to number 32, Emerson Boozer. Leon Johnson gets some great blocks, and he could go all the way. 82 yards, 7-0 Jets.
Couple of great blocks to help Johnson get to the end zone. First, number 62, Todd Berger. Then you're going to see Keyshawn Johnson and Kevin Maiwai.
Going my way?
My way. Going right there to spring him to the end zone.
Peyton Manning, we told you the first 2 weeks have been a learning experience. So was this. Aaron Glenn, pick. 7 picks at this point this season. He's going to the left defensive back, 5 of them to that side. Second quarter, Curtis Martin, we've been waiting for him to show the form that made him a Pro Bowl back with the Patriots. Martin with 11 yards, and it goes right again here.
Yeah, and we see the burst that we didn't see the first couple of games. And granted, he didn't have the holes there, but you can see he's really getting in and out of the holes very quickly, and he's got the quickness that he used to have.
Jumbo Elliott with the block. Leon Johnson with the touchdown. 16-yard run. Jim Morris says, oh boy, we're down 27-0. Testaverde to Wayne Krebet. Throw him the damn ball, but he twists the darn ankle. And at least X-rays negative, he would have to be carted off. 2nd and 8. Martin up the middle. Now he makes the spin, picks up a block, and then bulls his way for 17 yards. Curtis had 144 yards on the day. Next play, Testaverde, he's thrown to Keyshawn Johnson. 4 TDs for Testaverde. The tight end, Kyle Brady caught one earlier, and the Colts will get blown out of the Meadowlands on this day. And the Jets are 0-2, and they say, hey, sorry, we got to get going. 44-6. The New York Football Jets now ran for 302 yards.
The key stat there, Curtis Martin, 23 carries, 144 yards. You run the ball well, you're going to do well in Bill Parcells' system.
So that was Manning, who threw 2 more picks. It went 0-3. Howard Ryan Leaf and the surprising 2-0 Lightning both go.
They say I talk a lot. I don't know where they get that from, but I guess I got a hell of a reputation, don't I?
Yes, you do, Keyshawn.
When I score, I hope they talking.
Please elaborate.
They can't cover me.
You're far too modest. Please tell us more about you.
They can't cover me. That's why they want to talk to me. They try to distract me because they know they can't cover me. And they coach know they can't cover me. He dying to have a receiver on the team like me. Because he had one in Dallas that helped him win championships.
Truth be told, Jimmy Johnson would probably love it if a playmaking wide receiver followed him around the way Bill Parcells has been followed by a certain pass-catching running back.
I like New England. Yeah. You know, Parcells would have left, I wouldn't have left. So he left, I had to leave. I said, well, at least he's sticking around.
Cameras are rolling today, all right? You got to decide which side of that film you're going to be on. Whether you want to be champs or whether you're going to be chumps. Now you decide, all right? Round 3. 1, 2, 3, 5.
Champs or chumps? Playmakers or play fakers? The answer came early for the Jets.
Testaverde throwing the little flare to Keyshawn. He's got him. Touchdown, New York Jets, and a perfectly thrown ball.
That was just too easy.
Keyshawn Johnson proved himself not only capable of making plays, but of making friends as well. But he would find few friends the rest of the way. Neither would Brian Cox, who zeroed in on number 24, Jerry Wilson. It was a vintage AFC East battle in which Miami was totally overpowered and thoroughly out-hit. On the sidelines, it showed.
Oh, damn. Dwight.
Okay, come on, Zach.
But fingers weren't the only things being dislocated. The much ballyhooed Dolphin running game was popped out of joint by a Jet defense that gave up just 34 yards on the ground. Miami was equally frustrated by the Jets' pass rush. Not a bad performance for a defense that came into the game ranked dead last in the NFL. One Jet now ranked dead first is Keith Byers, who broke Marcus Allen's career record for receptions by a running back and kept alive a crucial scoring drive.
That horse Byers is a very good blocker. His strong suit is pass. Catching ball. You can't let him chip off on you when he comes back over. That's what he's doing.
Byers' heroics against his former team set up Curtis Martin to put the game out of reach.
Curtis Martin to the goal line. Touchdown!
Could have floated a boat through that hole.
With Martin leaving defenders in his wake, the Jets cruise back to 500, and this week hope to continue full speed ahead in St. Louis.
So the Saints fall from the ranks of the unbeaten. Could the Dolphins at 3-0 be beaten by the Jets? Vinny Testaverde, another start for him. Dan Marino. Both teams had trouble on third down. Trouble, understatement of the year. 3rd and 8, Marino sack. Chan Cascat. 3rd and 9 for Vinny. Pass, Watt. 3rd and 3 for the Dolphins. Marino to O.J. McDuffie, Watt. 3rd and 8 for the Jets. Testaverde to Leon Johnson. Should have thrown Emerson Boozer. Dolphins, 3rd and 4. Marino, broken up by Otis, my man Smith. Scoreless duel. Both teams combined 2 for 14 on 3rd down. 3-0 Dolphins second quarter. Curtis, my favorite, mine. Some tough yards for a 1st down. Next play, Testaverde to Keyshawn Johnson. Nice throw, nice catch, touchdown, Jets 7-3.
Outstanding throw over the top by Vinny, and good solid concentration by Keyshawn. Great job of grabbing the ball away from Terrell Buckley for a score.
3rd quarter, 10-3 Jets. Ernie Logan with the sack on Marino. 3rd and 22, next play. Marino. Picked off by Victor Green.
Color of money.
And the Jets are in business. Anthony Pleasant breaking through.
Yeah, Anthony Pleasant's going to do a good job here of bringing some pressure on Marino, and right there up the middle, nails him right after he releases the football.
Next possession, Testaverde to Keyshawn, 12 yards. Next play, throw him the damn ball again. Testaverde, Keyshawn, just 5. 2 plays later, 4th and 2. Look at the big guy with the little steps. Keith fires. 1st down. 2 plays later, 3rd and goal from the 5. Testaverde to my tired Martin. Curtis Martin, first TD of the year. 36 carries for 108 yards. 7-3 Jets. Leon Johnson returning the punt. Brian Cox comes out of nowhere to drill Jimmy Wilson, who left with a concussion, but we understand it's all right, thank goodness. A headache for Jimmy, and Miami loses for the first time this year. 20-9, the Jets win it. Martin was the workhorse. Miami had won 7 of 8 against the Jets, but not on this day. Now New York back into the race at 2-2. As you see some of the numbers, Abdul-Jabbar just 16 yards running the ball.
This time in 1997, O'Donnell was in Vinny Testaverde's shoes, backing up the Jets' quarterback of the future.
Glenn Foley back for the first time in 3 weeks. Play action, Foley, and he's in trouble. He fumbles the football.
If the New York Jets are looking to set any records this season, it may be in the turnover department.
At the 10-yard line, a tackle from behind is Mike D. Jones.
Jones' fumble recovery was the first of 5, and the Rams' defense was looking for more.
Comes in relief of Glenn Foley, who was very ineffective. A little flea flicker. Pass back to Testaverde. He's going to be sacked. Roman Pfeiffer was there first. The ball picked up by DeMarco Farr. He's still running to the ball. He's looking for some blocking.
The nimble feet of 290-pound defensive tackle DeMarco Farr put the Rams in position to take an insurmountable 27-point lead.
That's the 5th turnover of the game.
The Jets have now committed 16 turnovers in their first 5 games, and the most recent one set up the Rams' final score. Camp Lee stepped up with a pair of touchdowns that earned the Rams their first home win in 9 games. One thing for certain, there won't be many smiles in New York this week as the Jets prepare for a Monday night matchup with the surging New England Patriots.
Football Jets travel to St. Louis to meet the Rams. And Glenn Foley, after 2 starts for Vinny Testaverde, with both were wins. Bill Parcells go back to the youngster Foley. Todd Light hits him, it's a fumble. Mike D. Jones picks up the ball. Then goes down to the Jets' 6-yard line. 2 plays later, Tony Banks. At times, he sparkles. To Derek Harris. Well, that's a pretty slant.
Nice throw.
7 yards, 7-3. St. Louis. More problems for Foley in the second quarter. Pass tipped by Kevin Carter into the hands of Eric Hill in the end zone. And Foley on the phone, Vinny Testaverde lurking. Later in the second quarter, Banks scrambled. Gets hit, and it's a fumble. Mo Lewis recovers, but it's a fumble. And Orlando Pace recovers just like they drew it up. 3 turnovers for the Jets in the first half. Foley in the game in the third quarter. Looks for Wayne Trebek. Picked off by Dexter McCleon. So down 20-3. 5 for 15 for 76 for Foley. Sit out. Vinny Testaverde in. 1st and 10 from their own 41. Little flea flicker. Leon Johnson to Testaverde. But even he gets sacked by DeMarco Farr. Look at him. Rumble, bumble, jumbo. Down to the 11. 3 plays later on 4th and 1. Amply. He does it amply. It's a touchdown. And the Rams win going away. Amply, 62 yards rushing, 53 yards rushing, 62 yards receiving. The Rams win at 30-10. Is there a decision for Parcells now?
I don't think there is a decision. Bill Parcells had said that if Glenn Foley did not perform and perform well, then he would certainly give Vinny Testaverde a chance to play.
2 touchdowns by Lee, and the Rams snap an 8-game home losing streak.
While any meeting between bitter rivals is sure to provide plenty of fireworks, Bill Parcells' annual return to Foxborough had both teams primed to detonate. The Jets took the lead with the first of 3 Vinny Testaverde touchdown passes.
In trouble, dumps it short to Brady, dives for the goal line, touchdown! Touchdown, New York Jets!
Not one to lie still, Drew Bledsoe returned fire to tight end Lovett Purnell. Leading late in the game, Testaverde ignited a long bomb which put the game away.
Throws the bomb, but Dedrick Ward who makes the catch, touchdown!
While all may be forgiven for some, count on another grudge match when these two teams meet again in Week 17.
27-24 overtime, Jets loss. This time Parcells brings back Curtis Martin, former Patriots, and you think that they were glad to see C. Martin? I don't think so, but check out C. Martin. Can I get some action from the back section? 28 carries, 107 yards on the day. Same drive, 3rd and goal. Vinny to Kyle Brady, getting his lock on. Brady only had 7 catches coming in, but did he fumble it? Watch again, questionable, but the play held up, touchdown. Pete Carroll planning his counterattack. Pats on the Jets 33, Drew Bledsoe like silk over the middle to Ben Coates. Coates, who's made 4 straight Pro Bowls, 2 catches, 36 yards inside the Jets 5. Check it out again. Pepper Johnson just missed an interception. Same drive, 2nd and goal. Rookie Robert Edwards, 10th best rusher in the AFC, jilted on 2nd and 3rd down here. But on 4th down, they go for it. Edwards on and cracking. First NFL player ever to score a touchdown in each of his first 6 games. Pats offensive coordinator Ernie Zampese sticks with the rookie. The miseducation of Robert Edwards. 22 carries, 104 yards for the game. 2nd straight 100-yard rushing game. Same drive, Pats of the Jets 19. Bledsoe tries to hit Coates, but Victor Green deflects the pass into Mo Lewis's hands. Looks like a pick, right? Look again. Flag down. Defensive interference negates the interception. Bill Parcells needs a hug. 3rd and goal on the 6th. Bledsoe to Lovett Purnell. And you don't know, hey, Purnell, his 8th career catch, 4 of them has been for touchdowns. 14-7 Patriots. 14-10 Pats at the break. 3rd quarter, Patriots ferret Collins just headbutts James Ferrier. Not a smart penalty, unnecessary roughness. Late 3rd, Pats ball, 1st and 10, their own 40. Bledsoe over the middle to Terry Glenn. Otis Smith and Green collide. Glenn holds on for a 29-yard reception. Bledsoe 18 for 30, 206 yards. 3rd and 11 on the Jets 19. Bledsoe trying to be a player. Aaron Glenn, player hating in the end zone. 2nd pick this year, 8th of his career. That kills the drive. 4th quarter, Jets ball. 2nd and 9. Testaverde to the leaping Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn 4 catches. Testaverde 22 completions to 9 different receivers. Same drive. Martin. Curtis racked up by his good buddy Ted Johnson. Short of the touchdown. Next play, Testaverde blowing up to the wide-open Brady for the touchdown. Brady said, I'm the come-open-late guy. I came open, and Vinny got me the ball. First career 2-touchdown day for Kyle Brady. Pat's trying to come back. Bledsoe dumps it off to Ward, who is tied up by a fired-up Brian Cox. I think Brian's a little bit emotional, huh?
No kidding.
Jets just need to run the clock out. Yeah, right. Dedrick Ward. Oh, Poppy, I did not know you could do it like that. Ward, the fastest guy on the Jets roster, second career touchdown. Vici. 22 of 32, 294 yards for Testaverde, 3 touchdowns. Jets win the game 24-14. The Jets are the only visiting team in the entire NFL that won this week.
I was saying, the 5-1 Falcons at the Jets. What about Steve DeBerg? 44 years young, the oldest quarterback ever to start a game in the NFL against Vinny Testaverde. Hey, they were once teammates in '87 with the Bucs. Of course, Bergie's been teammate of everybody, including Tom Jackson and Sammy Baugh. First quarter, DeBerg shows the left. Look at Bergie! Scramble, and he hits Todd Kitchen for first down.
Oh, he's avoided a lot of rushes in his lifetime. Here you see him fake the pass, move out to his right, and then throw the ball downfield.
The play work.
50 years ago, it still works.
Now, Testaverde to Kyle Brady, who made the most of a pair of 1-yard catches on Monday night, wearing Rich Castor's old number, 26 yards. Brady and the Jets are fired up. The Jets, 3rd and goal from the 2. Curtis, my favorite, Martin. 2-yard touchdown. The Jets lead 7-0.
Yeah, and watch the center here, Kevin Mawai. You're going to see the error on him right there. You don't often see a center pull out, down around the goal line, get around on the safety, and help clear a hole for the running back.
First play of the second quarter with the Jets still leading 7-0. Look at Victor Green, knocked DeBerg down. Jerome Henderson picks it up, and he rumbles 53 yards for the touchdown. What a hit by the blitzing Victor Green. Later in the quarter, Curtis Martin. This is some clutch moves right here to pick up 9 yards in the shadow of his own goalpost. 4 straight 100-yard games for Martin for Bill Parcells. He had 101 yards. Third quarter, Bergie, we've all felt like this at 44. Well, I guess we all will. Bergie slams the ball in frustration as he just fell down, he couldn't get up. Testaverde to Keyshawn Johnson. Leaping catch for 12 yards, just throwing the damn ball. 21-3, the Jets. Falcons next drive. DeBerg. Ball's tipped and picked off by Mo Lewis, who takes it to the 40, and actually it was umpire Scott Dawson, Tom.
Yeah, you're going to see the pass here hit Scott Dawson just right around the head right there and deflect to Mo Lewis. So a good job of concentrating by Mo Lewis to keep his eye on that ball.
Fireman Ed and the Jets blowing the hoses as the Jets roll the Falcons 28-3. So Atlanta, only their second loss in 7 games. DeBerg just 9 of 20 for $117. The Jets defense allowed Atlanta barely over 200 yards and sacked them 5 times. Now, if the New York Jets could win at Kansas City in a driving rainstorm, they too would have a share of first in the AFC East. Elvis Gerback. Oh, when the rain wears, it's going. Dwayne Gordon. 31 yards. Look at the return. Touchdown. Jets. They lead 10-7.
Yeah, you take another look at the throw. It's well behind Andre Rison. Linebacker makes a good play on the ball, heads downfield.
Vinny Testaverde's only thrown 1 pick thus far, but hey, in this raid, Anthony Davis. He returns it 27 yards down to the Jets' 8. Chiefs score a touchdown. They take a 17-10 lead in the 4th. Ensuing kickoff. Tough to get your footing, but when you do, here's Aaron Glenn making the cut. Finally run down at the 28-yard line of Kansas City after a 62-yard return. 2nd and 2 from the Chiefs' 20. Vinny Testaverde. Hey, what a hookup he's been with Kyle Brady since Vinny stepped to the starting role. Tied at 17. Pete Stoyanovich. Fake field goal, pooch punt. Ty Parton dollies it. And then Corwin Brown touches it for the Jets. Aguilar picks it up. Ruled illegal, touching. The Jets can't lose possession once the Chiefs touch the ball. They've explained all this in the rain. Minute 7 to go in regulation. Tie game. Testaverde, Wayne Corbett.
Yeah, certain quarterbacks have that ability to throw in the rain. Vinny
John Hall.
Testaverde.
Sorry, Tommy. John Hall. Good. 32 yards. Parcells. It's like old man in the sea. Ray Mickens, grateful that now everyone except the Colts is tied for first in the AFC. The Jets win 20-17, and the Chiefs have to think about maybe Elvis struggling so much. Time perhaps for Little Richard Gannon. Tutti Frutti on Rudy. Buffalo Bills began 0-3. The New York Jets began 0-2. But the Bills have won 5 straight. The Jets have won 4 of 5 to come from way back in the horse race in the AFC East to be even at the halfway pole. Neither Vinny Testaverde nor Doug Flutie had lost this year as starters, beginning on the bench. They both turned water into wine. Who would keep fermenting? Would it be Flutie or would it be Vinny? Game at the Meadowlands. John Holosack deflects the pass. Sam Cowart, the rookie, picks it off. Interception. Leads a field goal. Jets down 3-0 in the first. I want you to watch some of the catches Keyshawn Johnson made. He looked as good as I've ever seen him, Tom, in this game. 15 yards. Vinny, play action. Throws to Keyshawn. A beautiful pass. 7-3 the Jets.
What a great thing about this pass. Testaverde looked to his right, came back to his left. Nice quick release, and he put it right between the numbers for Keyshawn.
Parcells and Testaverde plot their next possession at 7-6 now. Testaverde, the Gerald Soul Man, Marlo Perry. That guy strips the ball. Donovan Greer gets it. 15 yards the other way. Curtis Martin sideline, not hurt. Soul struggling. It's the pitch. It's a fumble. Manny Martin is always on the ball for Buffalo. 3 turnovers in the half of the Jets, but you know what? Buffalo's only kicking field goals. Excellent job of the Jets defense. Meanwhile, Doug Flutie looking for Eric Mould. Otis, my man Smith, picks it off. Jets ensuing possession. Just seconds left in the half. They want to make him pay for the pick. Look at Cedric Ward keep his feet in bounds. And so the late pick with under a minute to go leads to a John Hall field goal and a 13-9 lead at the half. Vinny, 36-yard rainbow to Ward. Touchdown. Henry Jones beaten 20-9. Jet. Flutie struggling. Brian Cox. Flutie had no chance.
Yeah, you see Bill Belichick, defensive coordinator, bringing the backers off the backside and taking that direct angle to him. I think this was a new approach to getting Doug Flutie down on the ground, putting some pressure on him.
Wade Phillips had the lucky sweater on, but Vinny Testaverde to Wayne Corbett. 12 yards. The Jets opening up in the fourth quarter at 27-12 lead. But Doug Flutie wheeled his magic. He came in 9-0 lifetime in the Meadowlands as a starter. Not today. Ray Mickens picks it. Sets up a Curtis Martin touchdown run. Flutie, 12 of 30, 2 interceptions. Vinny, 22 of 31 for 258, 3 touchdowns. The Jets are 6-3, and they've blasted the Buffalo Bills 34-12 in a game in which Bill Parcells' game plan against Doug Flutie was unlike any that we've seen by any other team. Meanwhile, the Jets know Miami's won. How will they do against the Colts? Game tied 3-3 in the first. Aaron Beetle Bailey. Now, this is something you never see. John Hall is the kicker, and he's going to get flagged for unnecessary roughness. The Colts would score a touchdown and make it 10-3. Down 16-10. Late first half, just seconds to go. Peyton Manning is going to scramble and get out of bounds as time runs out. But then, funny thing happened. Bill Parcells sees they put 1 second back. Are you kidding me? Don't give Peyton Manning another chance. Don't give Mike Vanderjag a chance to tie Elam and Tom Dempsey with the 63-yard field goal. No good. Aaron Glenn, 4 yards deep. Certainly the half is over, isn't it, Colts? Certainly the half is over. Just fall down. Let's get to the locker room. Glenn, gets a block from Pepper. Look at Brian Cox measure up Gardocki. Gardocki, whoop! Aaron Glenn with an NFL record return of missed field goal, 104 yards. Parcells says, good move putting that second back.
Yeah, great thing about this is the awareness of the entire football team that you have a live ball. You have Aaron Glenn running it back. Great block, as you said, by Pepper Johnson on Dilger. You're going to see it right there. And then on down the football field, Brian Cox on Gardocki. You can see him measuring for about 40 yards. And Gardocki makes a wise decision to get out of the way.
So the Jets lead 23-10 on the amazing play. Fourth quarter, it's 23-17. 2:19 to go. Peyton Manning can't get the playoff on fourth and 10. So now it's 4th and 15. Certainly the Colts' hopes are dead. No, they're not. Marshall Faulk having a big year statistically. Makes the move, 18 yards to the Jets 49 is the first down. Under 2 minutes to go. Manning to Jerome Payton, 9 yards to the 40. Minute 21 to go. Manning, Faulk, 9 yards to the Jets 27. 52 seconds left. 1st and 10. Manning, starving Marvin Harrison to the 14. 30 seconds to go on second down. Manning to Marcus Pollard. Oh, what a great play by the fourth-year man from Bradley. Touchdown, the Colts.
And what great strength by Pollard. Understand that he has the defender on his back, so as he reaches, he can't let his knees hit. Just carries Otis Smith into the end zone with him.
One last chance for the Jets. Vinny Testaverde. Fumble! And the Colts beat Bill Parcells' Jets 24-23. Parcells warned them all week, as he warned them the week they played St. Louis, but each time they lost to, on paper, an inferior foe. So all the good that they've done, they're shocked by the Colts. And first, let's look at the whole division, Tommy. Certainly in that game, Manning throwing for 276 yards. By the way, the old NFL record was Philadelphia's Al Nelson, 101 yards in 1971, returning a missed field goal. I wanted to get that out there against Dallas. How do you size up the division? A, welcome to the NFL, Peyton Manning. He's arrived. That's one.
Yeah, I'll give you an evaluation at the end. What you have is the Bills right on schedule, at least since Doug Flutie has taken over. You have the New England Patriots losing 4 out of 5. They would seemingly be on the skids, but I think when you look at the talent pool that they have, certainly I think they will be around at the finish. You've got the Jets dropping the game to the Colts, and Bill Parcells warned them that the Colts would have some decision factor in this division. He didn't know that he would be the first one to lose a game to him. And then you've got the Miami Dolphins, who will play at New England on next Monday night. So who knows if they will win that game. I think that this division will go down to the very last weekend.
Well, each team trying to find itself. The Jets, maybe a couple of them, reading some press clippings. Who knows? I mean, they're a good team. They've been playing some good football. They won't be reading them this week. Miami, excellent defense. I don't know if they score enough, Tommy. That's their Achilles heel.
Yeah, good defense.
Right? Buffalo, inside the red zone, 2 straight weeks, some curious
play
plays.
Calling was curious in that game from the 2-yard line in.
And New England is in a funk that they just can't get out of. They have their last chance on Monday night against Miami. And as we said, welcome, Peyton Manning.
Yes.
Because you have arrived as we go inside the numbers. The Colts are going to finish 5th in the division this year. But Peyton Manning's first 5 games compared to his last 5 games, 2 different stories. Hey, that's why he takes every snap from scrimmage. It's like the Patriots Parcells did with Bledsoe. It's like John McKay did years ago with Doug Williams. Take all the snaps, then when we get good, you'll be ready. Look at the difference. He's starting to get ready. Between 2 6-4 clubs, Jets and the Oilers. The one-time Titans, now the Jets of Billy Parcells, against the future Titans, now the Tennessee Tuxedos. Eddie George, Oilers, beating the Steelers the last couple of weeks. 11 yards, Eddie George, Oilers. 12 yards, Eddie George over 1,000 yards for Jeff Fisher. 10th player in league history with 1,000 yards his first 3 seasons. Congratulations. Steve McNair, he can do this. Run downfield, and Brian Cox, kind of a foolish play, comes in swinging. He's flagged. They end up field goal at 3-3 at the half. Third quarter, Vinny Testaverde. To Wayne Crabett, Samari roll. Flag for pass interference. 5 plays later. Draw play. Curtis Martin. down to the 7 with some good blocking.
Yeah, great field block by Jumbo Elliott. He steps to the outside, comes back to the inside to block the backer and give Curtis Martin about an extra 9 yards on the play.
4 plays later, 3rd and goal, Testaverde to Keyshawn Johnson. What a great catch over 5'9" Darrell Lewis.
Yeah, you may question the way he catches the ball, but he certainly has great concentration, great grab, great job of getting his feet in bounds.
Good job by the officials seeing it. 17-3 Jets, 4th quarter. Testaverde slant to Keyshawn, down to the 38. Keyshawn had 10 catches for $112 and the touchdown. Martin, pitch, cuts back inside. He's gone. 31 yards, his longest run of the season. The Jets, they're up for 21 points in the second half to win impressively at Tennessee, 24-3. Vinny, 21 of 33 for 237 with 2 touchdowns. We told you about Keyshawn Martin running for 123 yards. The Jets have a couple of home games coming up. They put themselves back in a position.
Yeah, Curtis Martin, a great job, 123 yards on 27 carries, but we are now starting to see Keyshawn Johnson with these double-digit catch games, the over 100 yards, 150 yards. That's the key.
Jets finish with Miami, Buffalo, and New England, so they'll have it right in front of them. The New York Football Jets have had a great season. They're one of the tri-leaders of the AFC East, but the one thing they've had is when they've played teams they were supposed to beat, if you will. They'd lost in a home game against Baltimore. They had lost at St. Louis. They had lost at Indy. Well, 1's an accident, 2's a trend, 3's a problem. But when you're with Bill Parcells, 4 didn't happen. They were playing Carolina, and I think the Jets got the message today, Tom. Not again. Curtis Martin, last 8 games, 6 have been 100-yard games. Martin breaks some tackles, gone. 60 yards, that's his longest run of the year. Look at the speed he shows, 10-7 Jets, and what downfield blocking?
Well, you watch the block that helps the premium. You talk about the wide receivers being active in the blocking there. You see Wayne Corbett on Kevin Green makes a nice lane for Curtis Martin.
Jets lead 13-7 in the second reverse to Keyshawn Johnson. Just hand him the damn ball. Mawai, Corbett, Dedrick Ward blocks, and we take a look at it again because they are great downfield.
Yeah, let's take a look at the first 2 blocks from the backside position. There you see Mawai getting it right, the block right there, and there comes Wayne Corbett cleaning up as Keyshawn goes toward the cone.
3rd quarter, 22-7 Jets. Vinny Testaverde. Look at the nimble one. Vinny scrambling, Keith fires against Kevin Green. Green down. Sets up a 1-yard Martin run.
Yeah, they had Kevin Green in coverage on this play. He got into the end zone, kind of reset himself in a 3-point stance, comes up, and you see him take the hit right there on the head from Keith Byers.
He suffered a concussion, was all right afterward, did not return. Brian Cox, fine during the week. He's fine on Sunday. Sacked Steve Berline for the safety. 5 sacks this year for Cox, 31 the Jets.
Yeah, Brian Cox on the twist right there on Steve Berline, and a great job of not letting him get by with the overarm with the football and then get the ball off.
Hey, who says the refs are having a tough week? Look at Jim Quirk, the umpire, take Todd Berger and make him hamburger. You get down and stay down. We're not fighting here. Jets lead by 20 in the 4th. Testaverde. Throw him the damn ball. Wayne Corbett, 21 yards, 2 TDs to Corbett. The Jets in a lap, 48-21. They've won 5 straight home games for the first time in 12 years. $110 for Martin, so he's over 1,000 yards. Vinny, 16 of 21 for 255. And it's a combination platter of coaching and execution. The Jets do a lot of little things well, and it's not an accident.
Well, the blocking of the wide receivers, as we saw there, Wayne Corbett on a guy like Kevin Green, getting him out of the way, clearing the way for Curtis Martin. Curtis Martin seems now to have found that rhythm that you want to get into the running game. Vinny Testaverde playing off of the play-action pass. And defensively, as I stated this morning, Bill Belichick, now you're in Week 13, Game 12. He is still coming up with new things in terms of attacking the other team's offense that they haven't seen over the course of the season. So preparation against this team, very difficult right now.
5 sacks today for the Jets. They outgained Carolina 456-216. And they're 8-4 and very solid with an easier schedule than their division rivals toward the end. As we go inside the numbers, last year they almost made the playoffs at 9-7. Improved offense this year. Not that last year was bad, but this year featuring Curtis Martin running, they are averaging what? 31 yards more a game rushing overall yards a game, over 60 more per game. 456 today means they got offense and they got defense. They're ranked in the top 10 in each category. With everything going on last week, from the Bills-Patriots game and, of course, the coin flip on Thanksgiving, the officials, it happens from time to time, but we're under more scrutiny than we have seen, well, really, in recent years. It was a week when everybody had solutions or wanted to talk about solutions. The last thing everybody needed was another game decided at the very end on what seems to be a questionable call. But Seahawks at Jets, buckle up, because deja vu all over again. Unfortunately, it's a very nice man. Phil Luckett's crew, they were the ones on Thanksgiving with Pittsburgh. They had this game. First of all, John Kitna hit caboodle. Kitna to Joey Galloway, 70 yards, beats Aaron Glenn at 7-7. Now, what we're about to see, Tom, is not a replay as Galloway tries to silence the crowd.
Yeah, Joey Galloway has tremendous speed. It was one of the things that concerned Coach Parcells. Here again, he gets deep on Glenn. Looks like a replay, but as you said, that's the second touchdown pass catch for Galloway.
57 yards, so why not? Kitna to Galloway again. This time, Glenn, who was one of the best in football, makes the pick but turns the ankle badly. Had to get carted off. More on him later. Vinny Testaverde under pressure, intercepted by Anthony Simmons. Couple of turnovers set up the Seahawks. This one set him up real good. 36 yards, 28-13 Seahawks. 10th touchdown of the year by the Seahawks on returns. Best in the NFL. Jets next drive, second and goal at the 1. Curtis, my favorite Martin, appears, well, you tell me. Does he get inside the pile? Appears, looks a touchdown, but they say, no, it's not a touchdown. But on the next play, Curtis was my favorite Martin, gets the score on third down. Two-point conversion, no good, 28-19 Seahawks. Testaverde, Keyshawn Johnson, post pattern, 31-26. Testaverde, 42 of 63, breaking a Richard Todd record, tying a Todd record for completions, 418 yards. 7.5 to go. The Jets down by 5. Testaverde to Keyshawn. Flags on Sean Springs.
And this looks like outstanding coverage by Sean Springs. Does a good job of getting close to the receiver, turns back, looks for the football, does a great job of cutting off the field. He gets the interference call.
So the Jets drive 4th and 9, complete the Dietrich Ford. Jay Bellamy hits him short. Parcells could have kicked a field goal. A lot of people wondering. He's still down by 5. 3:12 to go. Wayne Corbett blasted in traffic. And on 1st and 9, a couple of plays later, the refs try to huddle and get themselves together. On third down, good call. Keyshawn would not have come down in the end zone on 3rd and 5. Incomplete. Jets, remember, not down 2, down 5. Oh, my goodness, it's a quarterback draw. Is it a touchdown? Testaverde, stop right at the goal line. No one's signaled yet. Top of your picture, no. Bottom of your... No, it's a touchdown to Jets. Parcells, Dennis Erickson can't believe it. Parcells says, Vinny, go for 2. But that's not what the issue is. Here's the look. Watch the ball. Watch the helmet. And now they're moving it forward. Oh, boy. You know, they only have one look at it. So let's be defensive on that count. With that one look, not even the helmet was over the goal line. The Jets beat the Seahawks at the very end on the 4th down run that I guess will go down in the books for Vinny Testaverde as a touchdown run of 5 yards, even though it appeared it was 4.5. Afterwards, everyone talked about it.
Well, let me ask you a question. How much money you got in your pocket? You all want to donate everything collectively you've got? I might have an opinion.
You know, to lose it on a play like that at the end is just totally disappointing. That just makes you sick.
Sparks were flying Sunday night in Miami as the Dolphins hosted the Jets in a showdown that looked and sounded like a playoff game. At stake, first place in the AFC East.
throw. Throws it right corner. He's got Quebec. Touchdown. Touchdown, New York Jets to number 80, Wayne Quebec.
Just an awesome pass. Wayne Quebec's faster than Robert Jones, the linebacker. What's Robert Jones doing on Wayne Quebec?
This reindeer game was all Jets. The heck with blitzing. It was on Vinny, on Curtis.
Testaverde on the pitch to Martin running right. Tries to cut back inside the 5. Touchdown. Curtis Martin with the patience of a saint.
He beat Kevin Mawai outside, so he waited for him. And then Mawai buried Derek Rogers, and that's when Curtis Martin turned it back up inside for the 9-yard touchdown run.
The Jets with a 14-3 lead.
And what's got to take place is somebody's got to beat somebody. That's what we talked about in the first place. Know that the center is sliding to our right, so somebody's got to beat somebody.
Behind a banged-up line, it was Dan Marino who was beaten as New York's front 7 poured in from all angles and sacked him 5 times.
Blitz is on. Marino in trouble, down on his back.
The Dolphins were losing the battle up front, and worse, they were losing heart.
I mean, wait, we have a guy here breaking down a guy there. You know you can't play football. That ain't how you play football. That's how you play it fast. All the work that you put into it. Busting your ass. Hey, damn thing is we can't even stay focused when someone's trying to talk.
Marino was forced to throw a staggering 57 times, but a fourth-quarter hookup with Lamar Thomas down to the 3 had the fans and head coach Jimmy Johnson jumping.
Marino in the shotgun. Here's a blitz at him. Dan fires into the end zone. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Miami trailed by only 4. With the game and the division lead on the line, it all came down to one big play.
Marino will likely get this play off. And just does. A lot of time. Now in trouble. He's caught from behind. The ball is loose. It is picked up by Chad Cascad. He goes in for a touchdown. Touchdown, New York Jets. Chad Cascad stripped Dan Marino of the football. Oh, baby.
Miami's first home loss put them a game back in the East, and next they host a must-win game with Denver. The Jets, meanwhile, just might be closing in on their first division title since way back in 1969.
On the way to the playoffs, baby. That's all I have to say.
The Miami fans thanking the Giants for keeping that 72 team, the only one undefeated. Miami needed some help. First quarter, 3-zip Dolphins. Vinny Testaverde, Wayne Quebec coming across and still going. Got a block, 52 yards down to the Dolphins 12. It's first down. After a Jets timeout, Testaverde going back to Quebec. The out, the up, the touchdown. Jets up 7-3. Jets get some defense from their former Dolphin, Brian Cox. Second quarter, 7-3. And Cox is after Dan Marino. Puts him to the turf. Cox is proud of himself. Jets up by a count of 7-3 at the break. Third quarter, still 7-3. Curtis Martin, the pitch, the cutback, the touchdown from 9 yards. It's 14-3 game. Following a Victor Green interception, return to the Dolphins 10. Vinny Testaverde picked off, and Terrell Buckley's going the other way. 62 yards on the pick. Dolphins ball is in Jets territory now. Minutes later, it's 3rd and goal from the 4. Marino to O.J. McDuffie zipped that pass, 4-yarder. It's 14-10, the Jets in front. Dolphins failed to convert on 4th down. Jets get the ball back. Curtis Martin lost it. Trace Armstrong diving on it. The Dolphins 33-yard line. Dolphins with another shot. 2 plays later, Marino. The ball's knocked loose by Ernie Logan. Chaz Cascadden into the end zone, 23 yards on the return. And the Jets get some breathing room. The Dolphins added an empty netter, but the Jets are winners here 21-16. The Jets clinched their first playoff berth since the 91 season and win 10 games for the first time since 19.
John Travolta look like Clinton. They can certainly work on Bill Parcells. All right, after a Bills turnover, first and goal, the first from Orchard Park, and Vinny Testaverde, 14 of 23 to Wayne Corbett. 3 catches, 30 yards, and 7 zip. Flutie rolled out, had a good first half. Thurman Thomas, great grab, does the rest. 25 yards, tied at 7. He only managed 20 yards rushing, though. The Jets D, the story in this one. Third quarter, tied at 10. Testaverde gets time. Dedrick Ward had to wait for it. Donovan Greer fell all over himself. Ward's only catch, good for 71 yards. It's 17-10. Late in the fourth, Buffalo drives. Flutie over the middle. Kevin Williams loses, intercepted by Victor Green. But hold your horses, people. We need to take another look at this one. This drops on the turf. Buffalo dropped the ball all day. The Jets did too, at least in that situation, but it didn't matter. Bill Parcells gets all wet, and in fact, he has been tremendous. The Bills lose at home for the first time in 7 games. One Jacksonville loss over the final 2 weeks gives the Jets a bye in the first round. Keyshawn over 1,000 yards receiving. He, along with Corbett, both cracked the magic number. First Jets pair to do that since '86. First Jets team to win any title since joining the National Football League.
Beating these contenders, all of these contenders on the road, I really feel like that we do deserve this division.
Just 2 years removed from being 1-15, and what more could you ask for right now?
Just taking it all in, enjoying the moment, watching the guys celebrate, and this is what we worked so hard for, to enjoy these times like this, and it certainly feels good.
Today I thought that we moved the ball well enough to score points, and we just didn't score them. And I mean, I give them credit. They played a good game and were flying around, and they made the plays and when they had to make them.
I just told them I was proud of them, and that now that they were champions.
The AFC champion New York Jets. Bruce Harper, Joe Klecko. Watch. Well, they haven't aged well, have they? First quarter. Jets against the Patriots, 2 to bowl 4. Former Pat Curtis, my favorite, Martin. 16 yards. Caps an 8.5-minute drive, setting up a field goal. Meanwhile, Patriots running, Robert Edwards, 2. Robert Edwards, 2.
Yeah, much improved defense at the line of scrimmage. We talked about Ernie Lyle and Rick Lyle. These guys at the line of scrimmage doing a great job of late.
He's not the world's most physical guy, but when they squeezed him tight, they nearly broke his thigh. Zolak, Z-O-L-A-A-K, Zolak, could not repeat last week's effort. 3 plays in the first quarter. Meanwhile, Workhorse Martin. A lot of his runs, Tom, are not of the 12 or 15 yards variety.
He has been a great workhorse for Bill Parcells. This is the way most of his carries have gone over the course of the season.
And we've been saying it all year, the new Vinny to Kyle Brady. Touchdown. 10-0 Jets.
And realize that this is a zone. Watch Keyshawn Johnson come into motion. Watch the commitment of 3 Patriots right there at the goal line as you see Brady going to the back corner of the end zone uncovered.
10-0 Jets. Pat's next possession. It's a fumble. Robert Edwards into the hands of Ray Slim Mickens. Jets in business. First and goal from the 8. Vinny to Curtis Martin. Touchdown. 17-0 Jets. Parcells said, rest, guys? I don't think so. With that touchdown pass, Vinny supplants Joe Namath as the single-season touchdown maker for the Jets. Chris Slade with the chase. Look at Vinny. He lost a salt shaker, a pepper shaker. Those were actually hand warmers falling out on the 25-yard run. Then the throw to Dedrick Ward. He's a secret weapon. 24-3 Jets. He came, he saw, he conquered. First play, fourth quarter. The new Vinny. The mobile. The accurate. The touchdown to Keyshawn Johnson. 31-3. Brian Cox said, you know what, Coach? We spanked the Patriots. Sweep the Pats this year. 3 out of 4 against them in Parcells' tenure, which means if they see him in the playoffs, it's like a voodoo doll with needles in it. And, of course, he's already working against them next year. Zolak could not continue what he was doing, and the Jets looked solid as the number 2 seed. AFC playoffs now. Buffalo won. Patriots and Dolphins lost. So, number 5 Buffalo at number 4 Miami. It's ABC's early game next Saturday. Number 6 New England at number 3 Jacksonville. That's the early game next Sunday with Denver and the Jets sitting it out. Well, the New York Football Jets had won the AFC East for the first time in their history. Last time they won the division, of course, was the AFL East in 1969. They hosted the Jacksonville Jaguars for the first time ever, the AFC Central champs. It was the professor and the pupil. It was Bill Parcells against Tom Coughlin. Both so successful. Coughlin has a Super Bowl ring courtesy of Parcells being on his staff with the Giants way back in 1990. For the Jets, it was their first home playoff game in 1986. But you know what? Most of those results at the Meadowlands in the playoffs, not too great. So they decided to make everybody happy from the old days. The uniforms that they wore were the same ones that they wore at Shea Stadium when, I think, in '68 they had a little bit of success. Bill Parcells' first playoff game as a New York Jet head coach. Vinny Testaverde on the drive. Screen pass. Curtis, my favorite, Mott. Kevin Mawai, the center, out in front as he's been all year for the block. 17 yards opening play. 4 plays later, third down. Vinny Testaverde to Dave Meggett. Look at that little Meggett go 14 yards for a first down. Next play, Testaverde. Talk about a guy that had a big game. Keyshawn Johnson. Post pattern. 7-0 Jets.
You take another look at the play. We're going to see the safety, Donovan Darius, right there, going to be spot shadow for us. Watch Kyle Brady, the tight end, going to cut in front of him. And you see Keyshawn Johnson going to sneak in when he settles in that area at the 5-yard line. Keyshawn at the goal line.
John Hall with a long field goal makes it 10-0 Jets. Mark Brunell, second quarter, early on, back to pass for Jimmy Smith. Underthrown and picked off by Otis, my man Smith. So the Jets take over, and on this possession, a wild play. Hand off to Curtis Martin. It's a fumble. Chris Hudson picks it up, but then thinks he's going swimming in the Hudson. A lateral forward on the ground, and Keyshawn Johnson is Johnny on the spot. So the Jets recover the fumble after Jacksonville recovered their fumble.
Play speaks for itself. Chris Hudson has to understand how valuable the ball is in a playoff situation on the road, cannot afford to give it back, and great hustle by Keyshawn Johnson to get down the field and retrieve the football.
So then what would happen is, to the chagrin of Tom Coughlin, the Jets have about, I guess, a 140-yard drive, Tom, about 70 before the first fumble. Then my favorite, Mott, hop, spins 9 yards. Same drive, 1st and 10. Vinny to Keyshawn Johnson. Boom! Takes a licking but keeps on ticking. Donovan Darius makes the stick after a 17-yard pickup.
This is too deep zone. The corner doesn't get a hit at Keyshawn. You see him focus on depth. Divine, the safety, knows he's going to take a hit. Great job of cradling the ball and keeping his feet in.
3rd and 8, 3 plays later. It's the reverse. Mawai in front. 68. Touchdown. Or no. Yes. Keyshawn. Running touchdown. Dave Thomas with the hit too late. It's 17-0 Jets. So they're going to go in the locker room 17-0, except 6 seconds to go in his own 48, Mark Brunell, just before half. What a beautiful bomb to Jimmy Smith, who gets behind Otis Smith. Touchdown, Jags, 17-7.
Easy route by Jimmy Smith. He just outruns Otis Smith to the end zone. Jerome Henderson a little late coming over, and what a throw from Mark Brunell.
So how about this? They get 113 yards of offense in the whole half, but 52 come on that one play. And Bill Parcells and the Natalie-clad Bill Belichick not too happy with the last play of the half. Ray Mickens on the sidelines of the Jets. With their DBs a little banged up. Brunell, the Keenan McCardell, and this it's underthrown to Corwin Brown. Picks it off with a pretty return all the way down to the 40-yard line. Second pick against Brunell. Jets go to work. Testaverde, the screen to Martin. Look at 70 Matto Dwyer. Crunching block. Martin, scissors between defenders for 16 yards. Vinny
The floater to Keyshawn. It's a no, he's down at the 1-yard line. That's the same goal line they gave Vinny the touchdown. Keyshawn wants the touch. It was a good call. Next play, 1st and goal. He was down just before he was in. Vinny runs to the corner and kick save and a beauty. But no, the ball is not inside the cone. So 2 plays later, the Jets on 3rd down finally get the touch. Curtis Martin. He's my favorite, Martin. 24-7 Jets. Jets are close to blowing it out. But then a fake pass by Reggie Barlow on the kickoff. And it fooled the Jets. Only the hustle by 42 Marcus Coleman prevents a touchdown by Barlow, but he's all the way down to the 4. First 3 plays fail, and Tom Coughlin doesn't kick the field goal to make it 24-10. He's going to go for it. Belichick calling the defensive signal. Brunell on 4th down, a touchdown to Keenan McCardell. 24-14. Next possession, Jets. Vinny to Kyle Brady. Boom! Nailed by Donovan Darius again. He holds on, smelling salt. Put me back in, coach. 2 plays later. Martin. Keith Byers providing the block. 31-14 Jets. 2 TDs for Martin. Again, the Jets close to blowing out the Jags. But the gutty Jags running behind Tony Baselli get 29 yards for Fred Taylor.
Running left the majority of the time today behind their all-pro tackle Baselli.
3rd and 15. Brunell. Touchdown to Jimmy Smith. 19 yards at the 31-21 game. The Jags are hanging in. Next possession, Testaverde to Wayne Corbett. He tries for extra yards, and it's a fumble. Kevin Hardy with the hit, and the Jags have the ball, Tom.
Great job by Kevin Hardy. He misses the first time on Corbett right there. He comes back up off the ground, makes a play, knocks the ball out. Jags recover.
That would lead to a field goal, make it 31-24. Now the Jets are trying to put it away under 3 minutes to go. It's reverse to Keyshawn Johnson. Mawai out front. Johnson, the only mistake he makes is going out of bounds. He knew it right away, but it's a key 18-yard pickup. 2.5 to go. Vinny, this is a throw he wants back. Donovan Darius with the pick, but then Donovan Darius from Syracuse comes out to the 1 line rather than the touchback.
The one bad throw by Vinny today, throwing off his back foot as he was getting hit. And then Donovan Darius, again, you have to understand the situation your team's in, brings it out to just the half-yard line.
So the Jags out 4th and 3 from inside their own 10. Brunell almost sacked for a safety. 4th down magic, not good this time. McCardell threw his hands. The Jets take over on downs. And with under a minute to go, I mean, they're just leading by 7. They get the field goal from John Hall. Then a big cheer you hear from the upper deck. The Jets were up by 10, 34-24. Brunell, last gasp. And the Jets have the hands people on defense. Look who's there for the pick. Are you kidding me? Keyshawn Johnson. See Johnny on the spot today or what? 2 friends hug at midfield, Parcells and Coughlin, like a ticker tape parade in New York. The Jets going to the AFC Championship game. A team that 2 years ago was 1-15, now 1 step away from the Super Bowl. 34-24. Vinny 24 of 36 for 284. Keyshawn 9 for 121. Touchdown catch, touchdown run, fumble recovery, interception, and Curtis Martin running and catching 182 yards. The numbers all Jets, but Bill Parcells knows that a win was a win, but, well, let him tell you.
It wasn't aesthetically perfect in a lot of areas, but that's a good win for this franchise, I'll tell you. So make no mistake about it. This team just didn't show up here at Jacksonville. This is not a first time for them. This is the 4th.
We made some foolish plays and some foolish throws, some foolish decisions out there, and you know, that's unfortunately that's the game. You're going to make those mistakes, but you've got to be able to bounce back.
From 1-15 to I guess 13-4, whatever the case is right now, is amazing. I mean, it's unbelievable. I don't think, you know, in sports you just don't have turnarounds like that.
This is our Super Bowl coming up. We're not worried about the Super Bowl. We're worried about the Denver Broncos.
It was to be John Elway's probable swan song at Mile High Stadium. As many points as the Vikings scored, the Broncos were closest. They scored 501. The New York Jets, a Cinderella season. 2 years ago, 1-15. They scored 416 points, the highest two scoring teams in the AFC. You're going to tell me that it's 3-0 at the half? That's why they play the game. A curious start, although a momentous introduction for John Elway. Bill Parcells, first coach to ever take 3 teams to conference championship games. The wind sock hanging at 90 degrees. Wind a big-time factor in this game. Vinny Testaverde to Wayne Corbett. Early on, the Jets moving in the air. Testaverde. Wayne Corbett wide open down the middle. Vinny completed the first 13 passes. The new Vinny continued. But the Jets drive to look at John Hall. What? The wind sock was right. Wind blew it wide, and the Broncos dodge a bullet. Next possession, Jets. Curtis, my favorite, Martin. Not the favorite Martin today. It's a fumble, and Tyrone Braxton falls on it for Denver. 4th and 2 for Denver, and they're going to gamble, Tom.
Yeah, you watch John Elway here. Take the ball, the nice bootleg. There's the fake toss. You see the Jets flow defensively over to Terrell Davis. John runs for the first down.
Later on the same drive, 4th and goal. It's the play action and a perfect play by Mo Lewis batting it away, and the Jets defense is held at the 1.
And John had about 7 passes knocked down today by the Jets.
John Elway pitch to Terrell Davis. Terrell drops it. Now he recovers, but after an incomplete down, it's 4th down. Tom Ruin is ruined on this now. High snap, drops the ball. Jets ball either way, Tommy, but all of a sudden special teams not what Mike Shanahan had in mind.
And Tom, a nice job of getting up on a high snap and getting it, and you can see he just went to put it out in front of him and lost the football.
So, ensuing possession, the Jets in business in Denver territory. Vinny, Keith Byers, turns upfield and leaps and fumbles, and the Broncos recover, a recurring theme.
And you never saw Coach Parcells get on Keith Byers for this. This was a great job by the defense. Romanowski puts his hat right on the football, forces it out. Broncos do a good job of scrambling to get on top of it.
Remember, the game is still scoreless. Late second quarter, just 23 seconds to go. Vinny to the speedster, third receiver, Dedrick Ward. Vinny 17 of 26 for 217 in the first half. 6 seconds left. 2 plays later. This time, John Hall, all right, he had one crack at the wind at one end zone. He drills it through. The Jets are leading in Denver at the half 3-0. Broncos punting in the third quarter. Tom Ruin out of his own end zone. Blake Spence, 82, blocks the punt. The Jets recover at the 1-yard line. Special teams, great play by the Jets. Curtis Martin, pitch, blocked from Byers, touchdown. The Jets are leading 10-0 for Fireman Ed. Broncos next possession. All of a sudden, the wake-up call. John Elway to Ed McCaffrey. It's as if they had to get down, Tom, to wake up.
Yeah, and I think certainly when you saw them play with more enthusiasm from that point forward.
Elway to Howard Griffith after a big Davis run. Touchdown, 10-7. The lead is 3, Tom. Then a weird kickoff.
Well, you see the kick come up short. It was a job of not fielding the football, but it took a bounce back toward the Broncos. The receiving team, the kicker, receiver, never had a chance to actually go up and field the ball.
It was like a 40-yard onside kick is the way it went for Jason Elam. Terrell Davis, up the middle, makes the spin, 20 yards. At this point, he's over 100 for the day. 6th straight playoff game for 100 yards, tying the record of John Riggins. 4 plays later, Jason Elam, through the wind, drilled. Look at him. Look at the fade, the draw that he has on the ball. Had to work it around the tree and nestle it on the green. 13-10, the Broncos. Next possession, Tommy. Terrell left side, 4 yards. So now you get the feel they're going to run the ball.
And this is the key to Terrell's game. He runs just as hard as you get into that fourth quarter as he does at the beginning of the game. Look at the way he's hitting the hole. Look at the acceleration through. And he is gone.
Gone. 31 yards. The Broncos, all of a sudden down 10-0, have scored 20 straight points. It's 20-10. Fourth quarter. Vinny now trying to make something happen. Looks to the fourth receiver, Alex Van Dyke. He trips over the ottoman. Steve Atwater with the strip. Murray Amsterdam, in the form of Bill Romanowski, recovers for the Broncos. Murray Amsterdam, I know who it is. Vinny, less than 5 minutes to go. Passing, but receiver fell down. Darian Gordon has it. The Jets were game. They led at the half. but they lose it 23-10, and Mike Lodish, 4 times a Bill, 2 times a Bronco, go to the Super Bowl. John Elway will become the first quarterback to start 5 Super Bowls. The Broncos, in Elway's mile-high swan song, although he says it's 99.2%, so you don't know. The Broncos win it 23-10. Terrell, 167 yards rushing. That goes with his 199 last week. He's on his way to perhaps a playoff record. More on that in a moment. Despite 356 yards throwing for Vinny, the Jets running 14 yards. Afterwards, the wind. They called the wind Mariah.
The winds out here were crazy today and really affected both teams' passing games. It was a low-scoring game for a while, but fortunately we came up with a couple big ones, got the points on the board.
These guys came out and played it hard too, man, and the wind was a big factor in the ball game today, affecting people, you know, the quarterbacks throwing. So we knew it would come down to the running game.
That's a good team we played today. We helped them along quite a bit. I don't think you can do the things that we did today and expect to win a championship game. We turned the ball over 3 times across midfield, and that limited our scoring opportunities.
Well, congratulations to the Jets on a marvelous season, but the Broncos now have a chance after the AFC lost 13 straight Super Bowls to make it 2 in a row for them in the conference.
Bad wins, quarterback having a hard time today. The constant is Terrell Davis, his ability to establish the run game. And you give a lot of credit to the Jets defense for playing and giving up only 23 points when you turn the ball over 6 times. Outstanding job.
6-0 in the turnovers, and you're not going to win anywhere, certainly not on the road. So the Broncos and the Falcons are Super Bowl bound.